Hi everyone, Sola here. I am going to talk to you today about the next Myers-Briggs personality type on our list of personality types that I'm presenting. So over the last few days, I've presented a Myers-Briggs personality type, and the reason why I'm doing this is because to the extent that you are familiar with how people are experiencing your personality, and you are aware of the type of tone that you need to establish so that way you can achieve your goals, then you can manage how you show up and you can manage how other people are going to experience your personality. So that's why we're doing this. So before we talk about the ENTP, Myers-Briggs personality type, I have two announcements for you. Number one, Confident and Fit to Lead is open for enrollment. So Confident and Fit to Lead has been my group coaching program. It is based on my book, Style Code. And the purpose of Confident and Fit to Lead is really to just teach you guys, one, how to become familiar with what is that right tone for you to reach your goals. What is it about your personality that's going to enhance your ability to actually achieve your goals versus what's going to hinder because you're not presenting the right tone. So we're going to do that. And then number three, we're also going to help you become aware of your audience. Your audience has visual as well as emotional expectations. So to the extent that you show up and you support their expectations, and you meet their expectation, then you can actually achieve your goals. They can actually hear you and they can see you and they can feel your intentions. And then the last part is talking about body type. But we're not looking at body type in terms of like apples and pears, and I don't believe in any of that. I believe in helping you to learn to direct attention where you need attention. So that's the last part. And then there's a new part that I've added to it just in terms of behaviors. I want you all to not only know how to show up, but I also want you to know how to act when you show up. So how do you build relationships that will stand the test of time? And how will you connect with other people in a way that allows you to influence them to actually want to get on your side? So all of those modules are all part of Confident and Fit to Lead. It is $497. It is self-paced. You do it on your own, but there's a group support on a Facebook group. I think it's going to be a LinkedIn group. We're trying both out. So it's going to be a LinkedIn group. So that's where you can ask questions, and I'll pop in a few times a week and answer people's questions. So it's not like it was before in terms of group coaching and I was leading it for like 90 minutes for a week for 6 weeks. You can do this on your own. And there is a payment plan as well. So you will find the link for Confident Fit to Lead. I just posted an image today about personality, and it has the bit.ly link in the comment section of that post. So you can go and sign up for Confident Fit to Lead. And then the second thing is there is a masterclass coming up on Wednesday at lunchtime for the East Coast of the United States. And it's called How to Be the Most Memorable and Intriguing Person in the Room. And we're going to go over 10 strategies for you to work the room. So some of those strategies are based on what I'm talking about today, because today I'm talking to you all about the ENTP Myers-Briggs personality type. So one of those tips that we're going to go over on Wednesday is being aware of your personality. So to the extent that you're aware of your personality, you know how to dial it up or dial it down. So come to the masterclass. It is absolutely free. The link to the masterclass is in my profile. So now let's talk about the ENTP. So ENTP stands for Extroverted, Intuitive, Thinking, Perceiving. So these are all based on the Myers-Briggs personality type indicator. And as an ENTP, this is an individual that you get your energy from outside of you. So from being around other people. You also, when it comes to gathering information, you gather information big picture. So it's less about the facts, it's more about the big picture. And then when it comes to making decisions, you make decision more logically. So that's thinking, as opposed to feeling types that are making decisions more about the people that are involved, the relationships that are involved, and the emotions that are involved. So as a thinking type, it's more logical, it's much more rational. And then P stands for perceiving. So you are inspired by some of the most random experiences in nature, which is great because many of our artists are perceiving types. So the difference, perceiving versus judging. So you are the perceiving type. So what all this means is you are very charismatic, very energetic, and awesome at brainstorming. But because you're awesome at brainstorming, you're very energetic and can be really passionate when you have a really great idea. You can also suffer from analysis paralysis, so overanalyzing to the point that is ad nauseum. And so what I like to call ENTPs are they're orators. And so when I say they're orators, it's really more the fact that you love to debate. You love to have deep, intelligent conversations about all types of topics. And you're inspired by a lot of different things, unlike most people. So you're great, especially in terms of like leading new initiatives and leading projects that might require a lot more creativity in terms of how to get to the end solution. So you're really good under those circumstances. And you're a fast thinker. You think fast on your feet, which is really awesome. But I think part of the big thinker, fast thinker, big picture personality is that people can experience you as being really arrogant and at times insensitive. And you have to stop. So in terms of, I like to give you guys some behavior advice. So what I would say for an ENTP is stop more often, ask people questions, and check in. So when I say stop more often, as you're running around with, all your great ideas, write them down so that way you can keep track of them. And then as far as other people are concerned, ask them questions. And when I say check in, it's really more of, do they understand what you're saying? Are they buying what you're saying? And you can always ask them, so what do you think of this? Or what is your opinion of this? Because when you do that, then you're actually inviting them to engage in conversation as opposed to just telling people stuff. And then as you're engaging them, you're less likely to be perceived as being argumentative, because when you're argumentative is because you have your passionate idea and you're ready to run with it, but other people may have other ideas. And so the ability to compromise, to actually arrive at a solution, that is your goal, because your idea is not going to win all the time. So you just have to be flexible and be patient and ask questions. So then when it comes to your style will support you when you add structure. So we live in a J world. And so when I say we live in a J world, it's a judging world in the sense that it's not judgmental, but most people on the planet, and especially in the workplace, they like structure. They like organization. They like systems. They like processes that they can follow. And so because of that, as a perceiving type, that is like the antithesis of what you are in terms of your nature and what makes you feel confident. So it's really important that you show up with the elements of structure. It doesn't mean you have to change how you think, but you need to allow people to see that part of how you think, even though it may be so random and just off the wall, you need people to believe that you can be organized, that you can be structured. And that's really what's going to allow you to get people to want to get on your side. Because if you're not predictable, even to a little bit, just a little bit, and you don't have elements of structure, then it's really hard for people to trust you, which means it will be really hard for you to have influence, and it'll be really difficult for people to want to get on your side. So in terms of your style elements, you want to incorporate style elements that are going to give you that visual element of structure. So that way you are found believable, consistent, which is really important in the business world. So it's looking for more jackets. And if you don't wear jackets, then it's anything. So it's like dress shirts with a collar. It's cardigans. It's just anything that gives you a third layer and it gives you that illusion of having some structure. So those are my tips for the ENTP today. And again, check out the free masterclass, How to Be the Most Memorable and Intriguing Person in the Room. The link is in my profile, and sign up for Confident and Fit to Lead. So if you've been listening to my videos, you've attended any of my other masterclasses, it's time to go and check out Confident and Fit to Lead. And that's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow for the next personality type. Bye, guys.